It is Free Reading Friday, and I'm so excited to bring it back, y'all, and bring it to YouTube Live. I'm very excited. I've been doing this on Instagram over the past few years, and I haven't done it in a while, so I'm excited to be back. But Free Reading Friday is for me a ritual in giving to people who can't afford therapy or coaching or guidance from the universe when it comes to card reading. So I want to make sure that y'all have access to the guidance that you need when you need it. And there's not always the gatekeeping of a paywall behind some services and arts that are liberatory for all of us. So welcome aboard. If you are watching this from the outside or from the future, how this works is Free Reading Friday is first come, first serve. So if you jump onto the live and you put into the chat that you would like to get a card reading, I will do a card reading for you right now. Right now, literally right now. I would love to do a card reading for you, first come, first serve. I do Free Reading Fridays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That might change if my Pacific Standard Time people tell me that 9:30 would actually be better, or even 10 p.m. I don't know, maybe I'll switch it up a little bit. But Free Reading Friday, I want to be accessible to everybody. Everybody in the United States at the very least, because that's what I kind of can control. You know what I'm saying? I can't control everything, but that is the very least that I could try and be consistent with. Is my mic on? Yes. All right, y'all. So we are here with Free Reading Friday. My name is Kellyanne, and I'm so excited to read for y'all. Jump on in. It is first come, first serve. And what I'm going to be doing right now, just until I see anybody jump on that I can engage with, I am going to be doing, for those of you who are in the future watching this, you are going to be able to get a card reading for this week. Hi, hello, welcome. It is Free Reading Friday, and I would love to do a card reading for you. So if you would like a card reading, just let me know. If you have any particular questions that you want answered, or any areas of your life that you would like guidance on. And like I said, it's first come, first serve. So I am just going to be going by what I see in the chat. Let me know if you want a card reading, and if you do, let me know what area to focus on. And if you're okay to just get open any guidance, then we will just go from there, and the universe will decide what you need to hear at this time in your life. I see. Hi. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, Matthew Burt, do you have any idea of what you would like guidance on? And like I said, this is first come, first serve. So once I see that somebody says, yes, general guidance, or yes, please check into my health for me, please tell me about this relationship that I'm in. Once I get a little somewhere to start, then I can start with a reading. Hi, hello. You don't know? Well, we can do general guidance. Just go ahead and put general guidance in the chat if that's what you want, so that I know that that's your opening your channel with me, so we can get into some messages for you. Oh, I'm shuffling. Something's happening. Welcome again, y'all. If you haven't heard the spiel yet, it's Free Reading Friday. It's first come, first serve. So if you would like to get a card reading, just put it in the chat. Can I get some general guidance? Is all I need you to say for me to say, sure thing, baby. Let's go. Hello, Indonesia's presence. Hi, Indonesia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, we just had the mom card, the Empress card jump out just now. Let's see. The Empress is saying, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. So I kind of get the sense that if you are here right now, you might have a different version of yourself that you see yourself as than other people see you. Let me know if y'all who are here hanging out with me right now have the sense that you are maybe misunderstood. I'm one of those people too. So this is really interesting. Whenever I do free reading Fridays, it's always fun to see people from around the world gather and get a lot of overlapping messages. And if you are one of those people, and we're 6 people, there are 19 people on right now. I have no doubt in my mind that y'all are here to listen to the same overlap of messages because that's what Free Reading Friday does. It brings us together, it grabs your intuition, and it tells you you need to hear something right now, right in this moment in your life. So if you would like a reading, hello, it is Free Reading Friday. We just had a card jump out as I was shuffling. We had the Empress card come out. Just mentioning to people who are here that, hey, I see you. If you are misunderstood and you have a different version of yourself that you see yourself as than other people see you as, we are here for you and we love you as you are. Let me know if you want a card reading by writing general guidance in the chat. And I would love to get started with a card reading for somebody. But like I said, it's first come, first serve. So if you would like a card reading, put general guidance in the chat and I'll start a card reading for you. Or if you have something that you want to know more about, then just let me know. Me, please. All right, post-war. What do you want me to focus on? Nothing? Everything? One specific thing? You want relationships? You want health? You want money? Career? Do you want just general guidance? Just the universe gets to decide what you hear? Let me know. Health. All right, I got you. We've got a couple of cards who are jumping out for you. And if you are watching this right now as well, like I said, it is first come, first serve. So if I see the next comment in the chat says, please do a reading for me for this, for romance or for career or for my home life, whatever it is, if I see it and you're next in the chat, you'll be next in line for a card reading and you'll get a card reading right after I'm done with my friend post-war here. Okay, let's see. We have the Nine of Swords. If you know anything about tarot, swords is about mental energy. We've got the King of Wands. I'm sorry, I have to translate to traditional tarot because this is mood tarot and it describes itself as a disgustingly relatable tarot deck. So they just have little talk bubbles and crazy eyeballs and really wild shit on here. And I have to kind of tone it down a little bit sometimes because Top Boy of Dick Sticks is a lot. But this is the King of Wands. If you know anything about wands, you'll know that it pertains to spiritual energy. And if you think of the King of Wands, probably is in control of spiritual energy, probably has some kind of maintenance routine or some kind of ability to look from the top down and see everything in a very organizational structure. So it's interesting to get like organizational structure with your spiritual energy, but if you're worried about your health, this might be a confirmation that your spiritual connection and that connection to your intuition that tells you when. It's funny, this is the first card that came out, the Nine of Swords, about mental energy. If you are in your head and you are spiraling about, did I leave the oven on, which is what this card says on here. If you sometimes spiral about, like, is there something missing when it comes to my health? Then this is your confirmation, your reminder, like, oh, not you. This is your confirmation, your reminder that you don't have to worry about missing something because you are going to be able to feel it. Okay. So you might have been living with this feeling for a while of like, am I missing something? Did I miss something? But if you are feeling like you are and you just keep saying to yourself, I need to go to the doctor or I need to get this checked out, then your intuition is spot on. You are very attuned to exactly what is sort of echoing through you, and you're better at this than you think you are. Okay, so next up we have the Chad of crybabies, and that is essentially the Knight of Cups. Cups is about emotional energy, and it says, I'm a frog under all this armor. So I get the sense that all of the worrying that you've been doing up here has been causing a little bit of a disturbance in here. Maybe you've been feeling a little insecure in your health, maybe even in your finances and your financial ability to show up at the doctor and pay a doctor and health insurance and all these things. Hey, many of us are going through that right now where we just can't get to the doctor because we simply can't afford it. And if you are in a place where you're like feeling kind of insecure about it, or you're feeling like I'm still a kid in spite of being an adult and being a grown up, like in spite of being in charge of myself, I'm still kind of a child because, oh, this worries me and I don't think I can manage this all by myself. Just know that, hi, baby. Just know that you are not the only one who is going through this. You're not the only person who is experiencing that sort of like emotionally wrought sense of like, am I going to be able to take care of myself? Because if this is a question of health, it's also a question of like long-term maintenance. You know, you're going to have to check in over and over and saying, did I leave the oven on? Somewhere in my body, is there something that I'm missing? Is there something that I'm not giving enough attention to? And because you keep checking in and because you already have a pretty good sense for listening to your gut, then you are going to be okay. Like, this is the message that I'm getting is like, you're going to be okay as long as you keep listening to your gut, listening to your body's responses whenever you do get that sense that you need to take care of yourself. And the fact that finances might be tight and you might be anxious about being able to take care of your health doesn't mean that you aren't going to be able to when you need to. You have more support in your life than you think you do, and you have access to more resources than you might be looking toward right now. All right. So post-war, I think this one's complete. Let me know how that was for you, how that resonated. Even just give me a thumbs up if that was confirmation for you and it gave you a little bit of clarity. And we'll get to the next one. Let's see. May I have a general whatever comes out for me, please, and thank you. Okay, Latoya. Yes, ma'am. I'm ripped, financially stable, and have no medical issues. Okay, bye forever. See you never. All right, Latoya. We'll do a general reading. Let's see. Ooh, I'm getting like a start, stop, continue, which is one of my favorite readings to do because It gives you some very practical guidance on where you're at and what you're doing well and what you can do next. Ooh, we've got some cards jumping out already. Yeah, we're doing a start, stop, continue for you. This is like a very full reading, and normally for Free Reading Friday, I just do like 2 or 3 cards, but I'm just getting the sense that like the universe just wants you to get a lot out of this right now, Latoya. So we are here for it. We are here for it. We are in this. Okay. Any more? Yes. Okay. There we go. All right. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay. If I can get these in here. There we go. All right. We're using Mood Tarot, which is a disgustingly relatable deck. They've basically just taken traditional tarot and put googly eyes on it. So it's a very silly deck, and that's why I like to use it for, especially for first time folks, or for people who like need to hear kind of a slap on the ass sort of message, but like with gentleness, with gentleness, and with like a lot of humor involved. So if you're here, you're probably a silly Billy and you need to like have a laugh as you know, take down your bitter medicine. And we are freaking here for it. All right. So your continue card, and if you're watching this and this reading isn't for you, you're here for a reason. Hello, welcome. And if you would like to get a reading of your own, it is first come, first serve. So just let me know that you want a reading and jump on in. So we've got for your continue card, we've got, I think this is the Sun card. Yeah, this is the Sun card. They named it Happiness and Shiz in here. They named it Happiness and Shiz, the Sun card. And it says the Sun is saying, "Yeah, love kids." Yup. And the kid is saying, "Mommy, mom, mom, mama, mama, mommy, mom." So in your continue section here, we have this relationship between like like sort of father of everything, because we usually see the sun as a masculine energy, um, and this child of wonder who have a relationship that seems to be almost a mismatch. And it's funny that it's like their interpretation of the sun card was like, yeah, love kids, yep. And the child is just having the time of their lives. So it seems like in your continue position, there is a message of like, you know, you are good at still having a good time no matter who around you accepts you, who around you is supportive of the version of you that you are deciding that you are putting out into the world. And the version of you that you put out in the world is maybe childish, is maybe silly and imaginative and creative, and wants to be able to like burst out into the world and do whatever you want. And other people are like, yeah, okay, delusional, but this is in your the continue section of your reading, because it's like, keep being your own little weird self. Other people are going to judge you for it, but please don't judge yourself. I'm betting that this card is in your continue position in this reading because you've been getting better at that. Because you've been getting better at not judging yourself for how you are. So amazing. Amazing job. I like to go to the stop and the obstacle cards next. So these are going to tell you the thoughts, actions, beliefs, behaviors that you need to quit doing, and the thing that's blocking you most, because when you're able to release those things, then you can start adopting new rituals, new patterns, new habits, new mindsets. And this section of the reading is going to lead us into the next. So, this is what you release. And the next is what you're going to be able to bring in if you're able to release these things. All right. So we have it's funny that we have the happiness and shiz card, and then we have the shiny new shiz card. This is, I believe this is the death card, or else we wouldn't have the skeletal friend here. And they're saying, somebody wake up that sleepy hoe so I can go to town and get my new skin suit. Yeah, this is the death card. It's just that there are people in death's way, and death is just marching on this horse, not to be stopped by anybody. Now, I get the sense, because this is an unstoppable death here, and this is an unstoppable energy, that there might be in your life, and this is a major arcana card, so this is something that's been happening over the long term. I get the sense that there might be something that you've been grieving that feels unstoppable, that feels like I can't take my mind off of it, or I don't know, I can't find a way to get over it, or I can't find a way to get past it. Like the grief keeps finding its way to you, and keeps maybe even plowing through moments in your life where you just want to be happy. Especially with the shiny new shiz and happiness and shiz cards coming back to back. I mean, it just feels like there's this endeavor of yours to put yourself out there, and maybe there's some grief that makes you feel guilty, like survivor's guilt. Does any of this resonate with you? Because it's in your stop card, it's your stop position, so it's like you need to let that go. You need to release survivor's guilt, the grief that is following you. And it's better to be able to not let every little thing that has happened in the past to keep haunting you, because that keeps you from like enjoying what's in the present, and that's your obstacle. We've got a Pentacles heart card here. This is the 10 of Pentacles. 3, 6, 9. Just kidding. Wait, 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. And it's like this guy here who's just like staring at the pretty girls and thinking about boobs. You see the boobs up here? Just this guy who's staring, thinking about boobs as he's looking at the pretty girls. And Pentacles is about the world around you that influences you, that you also have an influence over, but it's like it's a physical manifestation of where you're at in your life. And the 10 of Pentacles is the outcome card. It's like shit that's in the past has already been in the past. And maybe your obstacle is you keep looking back at it and romanticizing it. You keep looking back at things that have happened in the past, and you're like, it would have been nice if it worked out, or actually it still could work out, or actually if I had done this one thing, then I could have made it better, or I could have prevented it from happening. It's like you have this romantical story about the grief that keeps coming after you, and the sort of haunting that you have. And it's like, if you want to be able to just live in the happiness and shiz and shine in the sunlight, then you're going to have to stop romanticizing the grave. You're going to have to stop looking at the cemetery of all of your failures and all of the past relationships, and the people who have passed on that you coulda, shoulda, woulda gotten to know better, been closer with, or said that thing you wish you would have said. If you stop romanticizing that cemetery where all of those things are, then you're going to be able to move forward with even more joy and with even more freedom. Freedom from feeling that survivor's guilt, like I said, sort of being able to get over things maybe even being able to get over things quicker than other people. And other people are jealous that you just are able to just like shed and keep it moving. Maybe you feel guilty about that, and that's why you try to hold on to things to seem normal to other people, to seem like other people. You are not other people. You are not other people. You can shed your guilt, you can shed your shame, you can shed all of the failures and mistakes from the past at any time, because you're allowed to forgive yourself. You are the first person who should be giving yourself grace. You have to live with yourself forever. So if you want a good life, then you have to decide that that's what you're going to romanticize, are the good things in life. Didn't realize it was this bad. Makes a lot of sense why I'm not really getting what I'm wanting in life. Heard. Here are the start cards in your spread right here. So we've got the Two of Cups, and we also have the Queen of Wands, who is saying, okay, Karen, put away the label maker. So it seems like this is asking of you to start meeting with your, because Cups is about emotional energy. And the Queen of Wands is about like true empowerment in the spiritual realms in our lives. So if this is like a emotion spirit duo here, combo here, coming to tell you what you need to start doing and start believing, and the actions and behaviors that you need to start investing in your life, then it feels like, we've got the masculine and feminine facing each other here, and it feels like the feminine is the one that needs to win out and be a little less logical. She's saying, put away the label maker. Be a little less logical, be a little less even organized, like maybe plan less and flow more, instead of planning down to a minute or down to an hour what you want to accomplish in your life as you're setting goals. Get a little bit more expansive, get a little bit broader. Don't necessarily pigeonhole yourself into just trying to hustle or grind or get any of those other like sort of energies where you're just forcing yourself to be out there. When you get into that, like, I need to push myself, I need to force myself, I need to just grit it out, you get to a place where you're not like listening to what you need anymore, and it is so much harder to um, find your way back to that sort of surrendered state where like you're not taking on all of the like guilt for what you have. Instead, you get to live in gratitude. And I think that's what, the Queen of Wands is all about, is gratitude. She is able to take the entire, I mean, if you think about a kingdom, a queendom, if you think about an entire queendom and you think about the one who rules it, and you plant that into a spiritual realm where everything that takes place is energetic, then what you get is a queen who is energetically empowered. What you get is a queen who can see out over everything and doesn't worry about how things are going to take shape, because she has full faith and full trust in the systems that she's set up. But she doesn't go crazy setting up systems. She kind of like lays, she has boundaries. We want you to have boundaries, but start setting your boundaries around that surrendered part of you that lets other people take over or asks for other people's help or gives yourself permission to set aside time to be silly and creative and free in all the ways that make you feel childish. Letting yourself, not only letting yourself do that, but like that being the thing that you're structuring your life around instead of whatever it is you're doing now. That is what spirit wants you to take away from this, is being able to structure your life around that surrendered, fun, joyous gratitude energy, and think less about what other people think of you, think less about all of the things that have needed to die in order for you to get here to this point where you're at now, and focusing on gratitude, focusing all on the ways that you can reinforce that childhood state of mind, that childhood state of heart. Yeah. And stop wishing things were as they could have been. The past is in the past. How does that feel? I feel complete on that. And I would love to hear how that resonated for you, and if there were any takeaways that you would like to share with the class. And while you do that, Latoya, thank you so much for opening yourself to let me read for you. I appreciate you coming out, and I love that you, yeah, lended your time and your energy to this. Again, this is Free Reading Friday. So if you, we said again almost at the same time. This is Free Reading Friday, so if you are here watching right now and you would like a card reading, it's first come, first serve. Just let me know that you would like some general guidance, or let me know the specific area of your life that you would like me to read for, and we can get started. Okay, I'm going to read this message now. I'm going to read this comment. Thank you so much. The cards really pinpointed things out that got me sitting here thinking, and this explains a lot what I'm currently going through, especially the first part of the reading. Thank you again. Oh, you're so welcome. Love that for us. And I'm going to be doing Free Reading Friday every Friday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you would like to subscribe and hit the notification button so that, you know, if another Free Reading Friday comes up a week, a month from now, then you can come and join and get another one. Yeah, excellent. I love that it spoke to you. Yay! That's what I'm here for. Appreciate that. Appreciate you joining me. All right, so I'm just gonna get shuffling. I feel like there's somebody else watching on here right now, and don't be shy. If you would like to get a reading, you are more than welcome to try it out if you've never tried it before. I am very gentle on first timers. Great, thank you. Thank you, welcome. If you would like to get a reading, come on and get it. Again, it is first come, first serve. And let's see, I'll be here for probably another 25 minutes doing readings for people. And I can only do a reading when you say, yes, please. General guidance or romance or career or whatever. Ooh, something came out just now, so I'm assuming that whoever is still here needs this. This is the 8. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah, this is the 8. Yes, please. Hi, Ivan. Okay, well, this card came out just now. So it's like right after you decided to start typing yes, this thing popped out of my hand. So let's see. Oh, this is for oh, this is so interesting. This card came up during during the astrology podcast that I co-host with a friend, where we were talking about the Virgo new moon, and I believe the new moon is coming. No, past this Monday, so just a couple of days ago. So this might be a fresh energy for you. Okay, it's the Eight of Pentacles, and the fun thing about these pentacles is it it shows the actual sort of like anarchist sort of like logo on here that pentacles are, and it's got that sort of goth hot topic energy to it. And the talk bubble here says diligently filling orders for the Dark Lord. So I get the sense that I'm a Libra. Okay, cool. I get the sense that you have a real connection with the work that you do in your life. And one of the powerful things for you is being able to connect with how your work teaches you your own personal lessons. It's like really incredible to be able to take all of the small little things that seem like they don't matter, but over time are become patterns and they begin to accumulate. It kind of seems like this is uh, one of those moments where the universe is like nodding to the way that you are very committed to doing your work well, and you are also committed to, like, once you see a pattern, saying, oh, how do I justify what I have been doing, or how do I justify uh, the results that I've been getting. You very much take to feedback, I think. And I don't know that you necessarily even need I think let me take that back. I think what you need is also for the feedback to come from a very strong authority figure. Like it has to be, so like putting in diligently filling orders for the Dark Lord, that's not nobody. That's not nobody, okay? Has a lot of authority, has a lot of maybe even masculine energy. And if that's you, is the kind of person who needs for the feedback to be from somebody of like a high authority station, or at least somebody that you really trust, like you really respect them. The values have to align, or else you're just like, why would I take feedback from you? But I get the sense that if you're that kind of person who needs the person that you're taking feedback from to have like that level of respect and authority, that puts them like on the top shelf for you, that this is a confirmation that that's the direction that you got to keep going in. Keep your standards high, keep your standards for yourself high, keep your standards for other people high, and remember that the things that you are doing for other people, you are putting your hands on. They're your creations too. So if you have ideas for how to make things better, if you have ideas for evolving what you are doing and evolving the work that you are involved in, don't be quiet about it. Don't just be the worker bee who says nothing but knows that there's a flaw in the quality of the product. If you catch my drift, be the kind of person who, if you come up with a solution, you always share that, because while you might get feedback that shoots it down, as long as you are sharing it, you are building that respect that you have for others, and you are building authority. The more times that you put yourself out there and people say no to you, you have a greater chance of people saying yes to you as well, and saying, that's a really great idea. What else do you have in mind? Let's get this going. Let's make sure that your thing that you have, that your brainchild gets to take, you get to give birth to your brainchild, and you get to see the ways that you can make the world better happen in real time. You get to keep improving the projects in your life. You get to keep improving the quality of the creations that you put yourself to. How does that feel? And would you like another card for some more general guidance? Or do you have, now that you've heard a little something, do you have any questions or anything that you would like to expand on? Okay, you will. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Let me know if there's anything else that you would like to hear about. Again, this is first come, first serve. So if you are joining me on Free Reading Friday, hello and welcome. I am here from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am taking card readings first come, first serve. Another card? Of course, I got you. Do you want to, would you like general guidance? Or would you like to get into a specific area of your life? Health, wealth, relationships, home, maybe mental energy, emotional energy, spiritual energy, physical energy, anything specific that you want to get into, or you can just ask for, like I said, general guidance, and the cards will decide on what you hear about. Let me know what you want. And again, this is first come, first serve. So while my friend Ivan here is in line, if you would like to ask a question, then you will be next up. I will make all of the readings. Once I have some people who tell me that they want to be next up, I'll be sure to shorten the readings and make sure that they're brief so everybody here gets their reading. But just know that if you are here listening to somebody else's reading, then there's probably a reason for that, and there's something else that you get to absorb from this. A little bit of all, if you can do that. Okay, we're gonna do general guidance then, and I'll ask for like 2 or 3 cards, and we'll see what the universe says for you. What does Ivan need to know right now? Straight from the bottom. Okay, that's fun. Well, this one wants to come out too. All right. Okay. All right. So if you are just joining now, this is a pull from Mood Tarot, a disgustingly relatable tarot deck. And it's basically traditional tarot cards, but with googly eyes attached. So I love this deck because it's very fun, it's very silly, and it doesn't take itself seriously, so we shouldn't take it seriously either. First off, we have, your angels are here. This is, I wanted to say this is a very Libra card, but I thought it had the scales. It just has the two cups. Is this the Justice card? I think it is the Justice card. I'm sorry, my familiarity with the traditional tarot is still a work in progress, but I do read symbols, so I am going to take a look at what's on here, including the talk bubble, which says, just watering down this vodka for your own good, you heathen. Just watering down this vodka for your own good, you heathen, is what this angelic, godlike creature is saying with this yellow triangle in their chest, which symbolizes spiritual energy. Now, the the colors on here are also giving me like some sense of um, there being a combination of spiritual energy and sort of physical exertion. So I'm wondering if this is like a nod to your health, as in, um, I'm getting the word blood, as in like maybe there's not a blood issue or a circulation issue, but I am getting this sense that there is an imbalance. Like watering down vodka is the mess is one of the messages embedded in this card, and it seems like there has been maybe a a an endeavor by you to try to have it all, to try to, you know, focus on your fitness and focus on your health, but also like reward yourself and you know, live life to the fullest, maybe not pay so much attention to what you're eating or the substances that you're consuming. But this is like very much focusing on this blood message here, which is like there might be a sort of spiritual sickness that is showing up as almost a toxicity in the body. So if you drink or if you take any other substances other than prescribed medication, then I would say this might be a time for you to consider whether or not you can fast for a while and be sober for a while. Because there might be a need to be able to listen to your body a little bit more clearly. And for you to be able to do that, you can't, you know, water down your water with vodka, and you can't water down your vodka with water to make it healthier. There's got to be a very clear decision that you make for your health's sake, and that needs to happen sooner rather than later so that you can really feed back into the areas of your body's health that are a little stagnant right now. We've got, I knew this card was going to come out because I've had this is another Virgo energy. I wonder if your astrological chart has some Virgo in there as well, because if you only know your sun sign, you don't even know the tip of the iceberg. That's barely the tip of the iceberg. That's like the first snowflake on the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so if you don't know your astrology chart and you're into that kind of thing, I would look into it because this is the second Virgo related card that I've had for this reading. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles, and it is this sort of wealthy looking woman with this wealthy looking woman with a hunting bird saying, treat yourself. And as she's looking to the hunting bird, you get the sense that she is satisfied and fulfilled in her life and doesn't necessarily feel the need to go anywhere, and is like appreciates the garden that she has been tending to for quite a long time for everything to be that well grown. Even has a hunting bird, you know, which means that she has time for um, sort of the more leisurely pursuits and, um, you know, what is the word that I'm looking for? Um, a hobby that people who are better off are able to invest in. And I get the sense here that you maybe have been questioning whether or not you should leave your job or do something different, or maybe you're like questioning, like, am I boring because I like this thing that I've been doing for years, or I can see myself doing this for years, and you know, just kind of getting fat and happy in this situation, not necessarily um, like pushing myself out of my comfort zone that hard. This is a confirmation that like you have been gardening, you have been tending to a garden, and you get to reap the rewards. You get to treat yourself. You get to enjoy the hobbies that you have cultivated. You get to enjoy the fruits of all of your labor. And you don't need to go and find something new to do to prove to yourself or to anybody else that you've got it. Okay? You've already got it. You've already proven that to yourself. And anybody who cares about, what else you've got going on in your life, that's their business. You get to do what makes you happy. You get to do what feels satisfying for you. And if you feel satisfied in what you're doing, then keep doing it. Next, we have the Four of Swords. It says, one sword down, nap time. Swords energy is mental energy. And the four always to me means like there's almost a battle going on. Four is very sort of combative energy. And what we get with the swords card is like, you've been, it might be related to the previous card, like maybe you've been questioning yourself or you've been like beating yourself up over not being able to meet somebody else's expectations or maybe meet the expectations of yourself from months or years ago. Maybe you had a 5-year plan and things are not what they used to be, but you're still happy. The Four of Swords reminds us that we need to take one thing at a time and we need to take naps in between. Okay. If you feel like you are overwhelmed by trying to figure out what's the right next step to take, sometimes it's just the next right thing is to take a nap. The next right thing is to rest. The next right thing is to acknowledge that I can only prioritize one thing at a time, or else it's not going to get my full attention and my full energy, and I'm going to be doing it a disservice. So take things one at a time. You don't have to rush, and you also don't have to beat yourself up for the answers that you don't have right now. You get to take things at your own pace, and honestly, you've built a garden around you that's so satisfying to walk in that why wouldn't you take it at your own pace? Why wouldn't you give yourself the spaciousness to enjoy your life and not add more stress than there needs to be? Lastly, we have the Man. We have an Emperor card here, and it says, comfort in conformity. Conformity. I think this is the Emperor. Again, I really need to study up on these. Because honestly, when I'm pulling it out in my other tarot deck, it's so clear to me. I think this is the Emperor. I don't think this is the Hierophant. The symbols that I'm getting here are the holding of the hands. So he's got like a scepter in one hand and this sort of hand like a what are they called? Like a mudra. Oh, that's the chakra actually. Like a mudra that allows you to, what are they doing? Yeah, one of these. A mudra which allows you to channel spiritual energy, channel God energy. And the scepter is a symbol for spiritual authority. And I get the sense that you have some authority in your life, and maybe people, maybe you feel that you have a spiritual authority as well. Like you might enjoy discussing religion with people, or people might actually come to you because they trust you to share their stories and share what's going on with them. And you might tend to be kind of like, the person who's taking confessionals, who's sitting in the confession booth, and people just come in and just tell you things. You might be that person, or you might be the person who like wants to be that for a community and wants to be able to like get other people comfortable enough where they can come to you for things. So, regardless of which case it is, there is some level of spiritual authority that you have that would like to be more expressed and that would like to be more activated. And the sense that I get from this card is that it's less optimal to pay attention to what other people want you to be, and it's more optimal for you to do some more of your own research so that you can figure out what kind of authority you would like to be. Maybe all of the sort of like boredom that you feel in this other area of your life that's like causing you to consume certain substances that maybe aren't the best for you, or to consume other things that aren't the best for you, that maybe another thing that you're consuming is masking these symptoms of, and it's just like quietly toxic. You might have this boredom and this sort of like numbing out effect because you're not sure where to channel your interest and your energy and your passion and your purpose. And this feels like a sort of completion of that thought. Like if you want a place to channel your energy and channel your passions and your purpose, keep doing what you've been doing. Pay attention to your body's needs, but then start doing a little bit more research on your spiritual journey, on your spiritual needs, because we have spiritual needs. You know, when we get bored of one thing, we start searching for something else. And it's not, you know, our bodies that are looking for food, it's our souls that are looking for a challenge. It's our souls that are looking for an opportunity to level up. And I get the sense that you might be looking to like people in your life as folks who can tell you which way to go, or maybe in hoping that they make a suggestion, you cannot have to think about it and not have to make the choice yourself. But this is a choice that you need to make yourself. Like I'm looking at the people, you know, at this guy's feet here, and I'm like, they should not be telling him what to do. He should be figuring it out himself so that he can come back ready to tell other people, this is what I've learned. This is the wisdom that I have been seeking in my own personal time, and now I bring it back to you. So this for me is a completion of that message and saying if you stop spiraling in here and you drop into what your soul is craving, then you're automatically going to start clearing out some of your body's toxicity, because what our souls need is some level of sobriety, some level of fasting here and there, not all the time, but here and there, so that we can hear our messages a little bit more clearly. And it's time for you to do that for yourself. How is all this feeling? I feel complete with this reading. How is all this feeling for you? What resonates? What are you taking away from this? I would love to hear if you want to share with the class. Feeling good? Good. If you would like to share with the class, you are more than welcome to do so. But we have reached our time here. I'm at almost an hour. Crack. Oh, crack. And thank you so much for opening your energies to me so that I could read for you. I will be at it again 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And next Friday and the Friday after and the Friday after and the Friday after, I will be here giving free readings. So if you aren't subscribed and you would like to take part in the readings and just know when they're coming up and get notified for when I start the Instagram lives, the YouTube lives, be sure to go and get a notification so that you can do that. And thank you so much for joining me. I feel like you just really got me. Wow, great. All right, have a great evening. All right, I love y'all so much. You're deserving of all the love you desire. Thank you so much for joining me today. I can't wait to see y'all next Friday or the Friday after or the Friday after. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your night. Bye, y'all.